Another one, yeah. Another one for you, yeah. What is easier to manifest? Negativity or positivity?
Negativity.
Preach!
Negativity, man.
Think about it very carefully.
I have. That's the most easiest thing. We're ruled by the flesh, man.
Yeah,
Why?
I want to say
Why?
I would say it's easier to manifest negativity, but it's because people innately are fearful of the unknown, and also we always tend to think the worst for some reason. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Whereas it would probably be in our best interest to not do that and to think. That's what I always try to be. I always try to be positive. I always try to think positive.
Yeah.
Like my mom's quite a negative person. I'm always like, Mom, like no, like, and I try and flip it and reverse it. I'm like, no, I don't think like that. Like put a positive spin on it. But it's true. But then at the end of the day, I don't know whether I do agree with that. I think I might be on the fence in terms of like I think it's a double-edged sword, and I think that if you're determined and if you're a happy person and then you're in a good place in your life and because people always tell me that my energy is lit, and I'm not trying to be vain or boastful, but they're like, oh yeah, when you walk in a room with Sweetnezz, like you got good vibes, you got good energy. And I feel like if you're that kind of person and you live and you try and live your life in that way, you're going to radiate positivity, and everywhere you go, it's just going to be positive vibes. But I think it's easier said than done. And as I said earlier, life is hard, isn't it? And not everyone's going through a great time in life. And I think if you're not in a good place, because it hasn't always been like this, and there's been times in my life where I've gone through stuff and I haven't always been happy, I haven't always been joyful, and you know, people are like, oh Jen, what's wrong? Like, do you know what I mean, you're not yourself. Do you know what I mean? And it's because of I was going through what I was going through.
Of course.
So I think in those times in life, and that's when you get stuck in that little negative, you know, pit and of, you know, self-thought and you know, you're thinking about things and then obviously if you're going about your daily life, people are going to pick up on that, and then obviously it's only going to bring negative people towards you, because people who are negative and people who want to prey on your downfall prey on that type of energy. They'll be like, oh, she's feeling some type of way, she's down, I'm gonna go and, you know, ask her for something, or I'm going to go and get involved in her life, because I know she's probably going to say yes, and then I'm going to be able to take from her because she's not in a good place in her mind. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So I think both types of energy are easy to manifest, but it depends on what place you are in your life. And I think if you're already a negative person, you're always going to breed negativity. But if you're already a positive person, you're always going to breed positivity. Like I've been that type of person most of my life. Like even when I've had relationships with people and then we've stopped talking, I'm like, at first it might be a little bit like, what's the word? Like, you know, a little bit awkward when we see each other. But eventually, after time passes, I mean, I'm the type of person, I don't keep grudges. And I don't get me wrong, Aries never forgets. And I will never forget what you did. But I'll forgive you to a certain extent. And I might say hello and bye.
But this one I'm talking about star signs, you sound like a Scorpio. But because that's me.
Yeah, but it's because fire signs.
But I never forget. I'll never forget.
That's why. But yeah, so it's like, I think, you know, me personally, I'm all about the positive energy though, man, so.
Yeah. The reason why I asked that, because, again, I would like anyone who sees this one day or whatever, to also get involved with this one, innit? Because the reason why I asked that, because, again, maybe it's just within my own reality or whatever.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe, like, maybe not believe, but I honestly think that, for whatever reason, this is why, obviously, we're having this conversation, right? For whatever reason, I honestly believe that it is easier to manifest negativity more than positivity. I don't know why, whatever, but I don't know why, man. I honestly believe that. You get what I'm trying to say? Because, you know, when people usually say, like, manifestation, if you do these or whatever, you're going to manifest the life you want. If you do all of this, you're going to manifest the life you want. But once again, with everybody, all of us know positive people on a regular basis. All of us know people in different parts of the world who try on a regular basis. Maybe not on a daily basis, because like you said, all of us have bad days, right? But all of us know there's a lot of people from different parts of the world who do their best to try to be positive, even if their life is shit, to be positive in their head, to try to manifest a better life. But for whatever reason, some of that shit doesn't really happen, or it doesn't happen as fast as people who manifest like negativity, or people who do dumb shit. But a lot of, you get what I'm saying? It's like,
but also it's about you can't just be sitting at home thinking about it and visualizing it and manifesting it, and then you don't do anything. You've still got to be active and putting yourself in situations and placing yourself amongst people where it's also going to help your vision and your manifestation. Do you know what I mean? If you're just sat at home being like, oh, you know, you have to help yourself at the same time.
Yeah.
The universe isn't going to do all the work. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, but I hear that, and I think as well, like I said before, there's so much stuff going on in the world as well, and sometimes it's about also separating yourself from that and not getting too. That's why I don't really watch the news. I mean, I'm tapped in. I know what's happening. I read the paper every now and then, and I know, you know, basically what's going on. But I don't like to watch because it's negative and it's sad. And a lot of the time, there's so much stuff happening, and I can't do anything about it. And I'm the type of person, if I could, I would. Do you know what I mean? If I could help these people, I would. That's the kind of heart I have, and I can't. So it's like I'm watching it, and that's going to make me feel a certain type of way because I can't help them, and then I'm feeling for. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that sounds selfish, but in life, I think sometimes you have to learn to be selfish, and you have to learn to put yourself first, because otherwise you're not gonna, you know, be happy, or you're not gonna be living the type of life you want. You're always gonna be holding yourself back.